Good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school basketball season here on Bob Long Sports. So thrilled that everyone is alongside here tonight, and we're just getting started on what will be a multiple-month journey from sitting here on December 3rd to the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs in mid-February. And certainly, team here in LaSalle that's looking to have an opportunity to go back to the Palestra for the first time since 2019. Upper Dublin, they got a lot in front of them themselves. They are a team that is looking to win District 1 and finally win that state playoff game for the first time in program history. Let's bring you now inside the broadcast booth. My name's Bob Long. To my right is Oliver Gomez, class of 2025 here at LaSalle. And to my left is our distinguished guest in the booth for the evening, Matt Paul, who's coached basketball in this area for a long time. And Matt, you gave me an anecdote about these two folks that will be roving the sidelines this evening.
Yep, I've known both of these head coaches for a long time. Derek has really elevated the Upper Dublin basketball program, winning the Suburban 1 League last year. I was fortunate to call the game against Exeter last year with Bob Long, my very first broadcast, and fortunate to continue. And Ryan Ansell is a friend of mine. I've seen him develop as a player, as a person, and now in his second year at LaSalle College High School, he's got a lot of promise with these young guys.
These two do. I think these are two teams that, hey, you have two coaches that come in and trying to take the program to new heights. It's a difficult thing to do here at LaSalle, but I think Ryan's doing a nice job. I'll turn to you now, Oliver, because this team is an interesting group. Right, Nick Parisi, one of the leading scorers in the Philadelphia Catholic League last year. We know he can light it up. Hayes Altamare, just a terrific leader on this team. And then you have three guys that have come in from the football field. Nick Neary, Joey O'Brien, Grayson McHugh, who we know how athletic they are. We know how committed to this team they are. But just by virtue of their football exploits, they weren't able to join the team. And really, just less than a month ago, they came on board. Curious as to your thoughts as a student as to, hey, what that mesh will look like with this new look group.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know, there's a point you're in the community every day. You're with your guys. You know they're talking about basketball season, even as that football season came to a close. But I think you're right. That's going to be such an important piece of the puzzle for LaSalle this season is those three guys. We know how good Joey O'Brien can be. I think Grayson McHugh, I think his development is going to be so important to their success this year. I think there were a lot of question marks, a lot of places for him to improve in at the end of the season. And I think if he hammers down some of those question marks, I think he's going to be a really good player, and this team's going to do really well.
And then to Upper Dublin side, Ryan Mulroy comes back, leads the way. Idris Rhines, we know what he can do down low. I think it's a terrific team where you see Noah Cohen come back into his own a little bit, take more of the primary ball handler. What does this team look like to you here December 3rd, and what can they be?
Well, I think Upper Dublin last year and this year, they both are pretty perimeter dominant teams. The key in my mind will be Mulroy getting the ball inside, using his strength. The other day against Lower Merion, he was settling for long shots early on and then got 20 points in the second half alone simply by driving the ball to the basket.
Should be a terrific game. Glad you're alongside us for it. Bob Long, Matt Paul, Oliver Gomez. We'll be right back with Tip here on Bob Long Sports.
Show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to most to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA State tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest.
Welcome back, folks, to LaSalle College High School. If you missed us in the open, Bob Long, Matt Paul, Oliver Gomez alongside. This is our opener here in the 2024-2025 high school basketball season. The LaSalle Explorers are in white, and Upper Dublin is in red. Idris Rhines wins the tip for Upper Dublin, and the first touch for Ryan Mulroy, who's bumped on the baseline by Joey O'Brien. A quick look at those starters. For Upper Dublin, Kobe Bazemore, the point guard. Noah Cohen, number 22, shooting guard here today. As you see, Idris Rhines, the big man, launched from three, he couldn't hit. Justin Ragsdale, the other starter. Ryan Mulroy, one of the keys for Upper Dublin this year. For LaSalle, Joey O'Brien, Nick Parisi gets the start, Grayson McHugh, Hayes Altamare, and Nick Neary, who will run point throughout the course of the year. Really good look, but well short that time from Hayes Altamare. And the road student section to our left makes themselves heard early on. Good pick of the pocket that time by Neary, and Parisi is fouled at midcourt. That's the first personal against Upper Dublin, and it goes against Kobe Bazemore. Lightning quick with the ball, not a great defender. He has some Division III interest, does Bazemore, but that time got a little handsy in transition.
2 fouls within the first 40 seconds. These refs are ready to go. Nick Neary with a powerful post-up to put the Explorers on the board.
Well, and they go inverted that time, Oliver, right? With the point guard that has some size and physicality. That time he knocks it out of bounds. Last touch by Neary, but the old Villanova basketball teams with Jalen Brunson and Colin Gillespie that would send their small guys inside to go back to the basket, and their bigs could stretch the floor. All the way to the hoop for Bazemore. He's hit hard, and Grayson McHugh picks up the personal foul. That's the second team foul against LaSalle. First against Grayson McHugh, and those two big-time football players, Oliver McHugh and O'Brien, both of which with offers from Penn State on the football side, are the culprits.
In chatting with Grayson Big Country McHugh the other day, I asked him how much weight he put on in the offseason. 65 pounds. 65 pounds. He's a different guy on the block. He should be a significant advantage for the Explorers this season. 65 pounds of pure muscle.
That's exactly right. 65 pounds of every Power 5 school is going to take a look at that kid by the time he gets out of here. 2 for 2 from the line, and Upper Dublin follows suit and picks up full court press. McHugh gets inside. Really good footwork there. And O'Brien couldn't corral the rebound. Mulroy leads the break. Idris Rhines, his second triple attempt, neither goes down.
He faked himself out of the shot. He was open, thought about it. Anytime you think too much, you probably should pass it.
Parisi. Upper Dublin goes man-to-man defensively with this defensive possession. Grayson McHugh trying to do that work ahead of time. They couldn't feed him in the post. 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Wow, what a look. How did that get there? And Grayson McHugh.
He's danced through the lane that time. Great footwork, kept himself under control.
And that's that jump stop and then use that pivot foot. Look at the range from McHugh, but he gave it away. Good look from beyond the arc. But Oliver, I like the closeout from Nick Parisi there. Didn't give up on the play, made that shot much more difficult.
No, yeah, definitely had to rush it. Left it a bit strong. And a good start defensively for both sides.
Grayson McHugh to the hoop. And a foul is called against Upper Dublin. Late enough to make me question whether that is in the act of shooting. No, I guess it was not.
Coach Ansell's got to like the fact that Grayson is playing confidently, taking the ball to the basket. Again, going back to your point, he's got to get to himself to a jump stop. Under control.
Good look there on the replay. So it was on the rebound attempt, a shove in the back. Grayson McHugh. Joey O'Brien, he's got 2 offensive rebounds, nothing to show for it. This game has good pace early on, but a little sloppy that time. Bazemore nearly picked up his second personal foul. Grayson McHugh lights the lamp. Timeout, Upper Dublin.
Send it in, big fella. You got to love the energy from Grayson. Taking the ball to the rim, right where the ball goes.
And a great look from Nick Parisi there as well. Both guys running the floor there, Oliver. And then an opportunity when 2 men naturally go to the pure shooter in the corner for Nick Parisi to recognize that on the backside, McHugh was open.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to become out of McHugh. He's going to be so important in terms of getting you those points that you need. If you can get the ball down to him and he becomes a sure 2 points, it's going to be such a great asset for these Explorers to have. But his growth has been amazing in the offseason. Like we said, just working out 65 pounds is absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, he's going to be a really great part of this team.
The Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home is an enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle athletics. Andrew Buda Rakowski sends his best to Coach Ryan Ansell, the student athletes, and the LaSalle basketball program as a whole. Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home, a proud sponsor of our coverage. So an early 6-2 spurt from LaSalle. And I tell you what, for a December 3rd game, I love the energy, and I'm going to give all the credit to those guys over there in black, the student section for Upper Dublin.
They probably got a discount getting in, Bob.
Joey O'Brien is going to match up against Mulroy. That's going to stay. I think that's the right call. I just don't think Nick Neary saw that. That's a great effort on the rebound.
Into the game is Riley McLaughlin, senior. See if he provides a spark for the Cardinals.
Justin Ragsdale with a nice pass. That three won't go. And that's the aforementioned Noah Cohen, who we talked a little bit about, a junior. He can change pace on you, a really smart player. And they expect him to have a big role on this year's team. Had a nice opportunity to talk to Derek Brooks leading up to this contest. Always appreciative when coaches give us the time to be able to showcase their student athletes. Nick Parisi, you know he can knock it down, and he's got the shooter's roll.
Got to give credit to the passer. Thank the passer, Jose Altamari.
Ragsdale to the hoop. Contact and a blocking foul is called. That was Altamari. Getting his nose in there as he always does, trying to create some traffic.
He's an energy guy, as you started out with. He's a leader, played a lot of minutes last year. Coach Ansell's going to rely on him going forward.
That's his first, so 3 Explorers with 1 foul each. That's Altamari, McHugh, and Joey O'Brien. Ragsdale, a 6'5", 10th grader. He can really move and shoot, and Derek Brooks very, very excited about his potential. The lefty makes 1 of 2.
Grayson McHugh's wide open underneath.
Parisi pulls up in the lane, and the rebound corralled by Riley McLaughlin. Soccer player, lacrosse player, and he played a little soccer that time as it's off his foot and out of bounds.
The call should be intentional kick only. That was not an intentional kick.
Yep, absolutely right.
I got the rule book in my bag, Bob.
Good job early on by this officiating crew. I mean, we know it's game 1 for us, game 2 for LaSalle. It's also early season for these officials, and they look good early. Nick Parisi couldn't hit it. Mulroy pulls it down.
Good look, good pass.
This is an Upper Dublin team and a program that has not won a district title in 40 years. They feel like this is the team that can do it. 1 and done for Mulroy.
They tend to be a slow starting team, prefer the long shots until coach gets them into inside shots only. Good backdoor cut by Jose.
Yeah, 1 too many steps there. It's good offense, though, right, Oliver? You're moving off the basketball, trying to create something for the ball handler.
Yeah, 100%. This game moving quickly, like you said, trying to go a little too quick. Altamari takes an extra step. It's going back to Upper Dublin.
Castronovo checks into the game for the first time for Upper Dublin. Mulroy, you got an undersized guy in there. Great ball movement there from the Upper Dublin Cardinals. A wide open look for Rhines. That time he knocks it down. He's 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And Matt, early on, LaSalle content to give him that look. He's had 3 wide open looks.
I think you'll settle for 1 for 3 if you're LaSalle.
There goes Neary, inverted again. Extra pass. Parisi on the flyby. Not quite on early. 2:16 to play. It's a great look, though. Those will start to fall for one of the top 5 in the scoring column in the Catholic League last year.
Didn't play much in the last game, Bob. Grayson, neither one of them played more than 15 minutes in the last game, so it's going to take them a few plays to catch their breath. Joey O wasn't here at the last game either. He was visiting your alma mater, Penn State.
That's right.
Hot on his trails.
Well, they should be. I tell you what, no favoritism here. Hope that young man does what's best for him, but man, he might look good in blue and white. I tell you what, Matt. Although I think there's a blue and gold team out in northern Indiana that likes him a lot too, scarlet and gray.
He's blessed.
Pretty good football programs.
Joey O is blessed.
That's great defense there by Altamari to prevent the back cut. A step back three for Rhines, and Derek Brooks with his palms to the sky didn't like that shot selection and did not like that turnover. Parisi, Neary, shoulders contact. And they are letting him play early on. Good defense without fouling by James Castronovo. Mulroy is fouled by Will Bear. Bear, a track star for LaSalle, and also a key guy coming off the bench providing length at 6'5".
Will had a nice game the other day. Didn't play in the first half, provided a great spark off the bench, especially with rebounds.
Mulroy to the line, a young man that is going to play at the next level, whether that is a Division II school. Lock Haven has had significant interest. Some other quality Division II schools, a lot of Division III schools. Matt, you know how I feel about the Division III game with all my years broadcasting Swarthmore College, and Ryan Ansell cut his teeth in the coaching game as an assistant at Swarthmore.
Well, he could definitely play Division III, Division II, maybe Division I. He's just got to find a home where he fits.
1:27 here to play first quarter. It's been a good one. The last 6 points have gone the way of Upper Dublin.
Max Akabata in the game, 25-point performance, outburst over the weekend.
They're very excited about this young man. He can fill it up. O'Brien for three. Up the floor they go. Rhines had trouble, and what a play by Joey O'Brien. We're going to get this on replay. It was always going to be a tough ball for Rhines to catch. But Joey O'Brien able to rifle that ball off the knee of Rhines. What a play.
Hustle has never been an issue for him. We saw it last year on the court. He's always running, always trying to make a play. So fun to keep track of. It's a great player.
He's just got great instincts. He finds the ball, they say, is a nose for the ball. In the game is full court press, one of the best nicknames in the area.
Preston Washington checks in for LaSalle. LaSalle going deep, I think already 8 onto the floor at this point as Bear gets himself into and out of trouble. Altamare, how about that footwork, huh? A seasoned vet.
Well done, Haze.
That's so difficult to defend with all those head fakes.
Just under control, it makes it very difficult for the defense to stop all of his fakes.
12 seconds left in the quarter. Mulroy will hold for the last shot. LaSalle's most athletic defender. Plays Upper Dublin's best scorer. Hits an open three at the horn. And LaSalle gets off the floor, leading by 3 after quarter number 1. A good one here at LaSalle High School. Stay with us, folks. You're watching Bob Long Sports, our season opener.
More people are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the outstanding customer service and the extraordinary selection of Infiniti vehicles, like the all-new 2025 QX80. It's unlike any luxury SUV you've ever experienced. With an all-new design and groundbreaking technology, the Infiniti QX80 has set a new standard in its class. Come experience the QX80 and the entire Infiniti lineup at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove. To be sure.
First-time home buyer, seasoned investor, looking to sell a property from the Poconos to the Greater Lehigh Valley, Philadelphia and surrounding areas, all the way to the Jersey Shore. I'm your guy. Speaking of the Shore, if you're not down here right now in Ocean City watching this game live, you need to give me a call because you should be down here experiencing the beautiful Jersey Shore with us in your own beach house.
Second quarter underway, and Preston Washington back into the contest and turned it over. A one-handed pass that time from Washington.
There's one hand for ice cream and two hands for passing, Bob. Shot selection was excellent for LaSalle early on. They're going to take care of the ball. Conversely, the Cardinals have taken all long shots.
And that one didn't fall. Last touch by LaSalle. Will Bear got a hand on it. Knocked it out of the hands of James Castronova. Bazemore with it in the corner. McLaughlin feeds it inside. Back up top for Brandon Altman, who just checked into the game. Good ball handler. It's being put to the test right now. Altman also working back from an injury. Looks 100%. It's good to see him back on the floor. Here's Horace Jackson IV, handing off for Bazemore. Preston Washington first on the floor. And it's a held ball. What a play by Preston Washington. Alternate possession will give it right back to Upper Dublin. It's a heck of a pickpocket there.
Good job by half-court press there. We got Nick and Grayson back in the game. Both great minutes so far. I like Nick's composure, and it would be great to get him to the free throw line if you're the LaSalle Explorers.
Well, you think about the impact that he's having, right? He hasn't scored a ton, but he's always had his eyes up the floor and trying to get his teammates involved. Also gotten involved on the defensive end. I think that's the next step for Nick Parisi.
Agreed.
We know how he can score. He knows that. Now it's a question of, this team and everybody kind of following along with his leadership.
Yeah, Coach Ansel's trying to figure out his rotations, who's going to score the ball. Again, a long shot again, number 30.
Solid rebound there by Washington as he squeezed it tight. Bazemore picked up the personal foul. Remember, we're 2 years into this now at the high school level, not running it like a college game or the old high school game where you tick upwards in fouls throughout the span of the entire half. We reset now to start the second half, but it is Bazemore's second personal foul. Grayson McHugh. Upper Dublin has not doubled him early on. He's trying to make him pay. And a held ball situation. This time it'll stay with LaSalle. Good effort on the play by Max Okabata. Okabata, a 6'3" sophomore. Everyone's excited about him here at LaSalle. A very young team as you look across the way. Altamari and Parisi seniors, but McHugh a junior, Joey O'Brien a junior. No good that time from Altamare. And Grayson McHugh has picked up his second personal foul. Oliver, you'll remember he picked up an early one in the first quarter. That's a big one.
Yeah, that was one of those two first 40-second fouls. Got to watch out for that. Not something you want to develop as this game goes on if it stays as close as it is right now.
Some of that youth we were talking about, Matt, Nick Neary is a sophomore. Very, very excited for him as well around the program and feel like, hey, trying to replace Liam Hawley. You do not replace a Gary Bertier. You do not replace a Liam Hawley, but Nick Neary is going to do his best and has done a nice job early. Good feed there from Upper Dublin. Easy bucket for Ragsdale.
Yeah, Liam Hawley was here the other day, a Penn State student. Came back to see his friends, and for sure he was a stalwart at point guard last season.
Idris Rhines picks up the personal foul. Parisi to the foul line.
I love seeing Nick drive the ball to the basket. Anytime you settle for long shots, you make it easier for the defense. Make the defense play you, drive the ball, and then get the easy free throws.
And he didn't like the call, but a very, very good one there, and I think stood out there to the officials. Watch that right hand come on down. The underhanded scoop. Missed the first.
Expect pressure here from the Explorers.
Tell you what, I do like that Ryan Ansell left Grayson McHugh out there for a play with 2 personal fouls, trusting his big man.
Sometimes the experiment works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep, I tell you. But it's a time early on, Matt, where you can, see what you have. That's a big part of it. Getting to Philadelphia Catholic League play, it's not going to get easier, albeit Upper Dublin, an extremely talented team in District 1. Preston Washington, a blocking foul is called against Hayes Altamare, and that's his second personal foul. Both of them picked up right along the baseline underneath the basket.
Got to keep those hands wide.
Mulroy, Joey O'Brien, step for step with him, and Mulroy, what a bucket.
That's going to be a fun matchup as this game goes along. Those two are just great players.
Parisi thought he was fouled.
Great hands by Max Akabata.
And they're going to get a jump ball. Yes, they are. Mulroy is fired up on the Upper Dublin side, and back and forth we go. Hands in the passing lane everywhere you look. What a play there by Idris Rhymes. Max Okabata was the one on the LaSalle side that poked it loose initially.
Hayes and Mulroy have played together in the offseason on the AAU circuit, as has Parisi. So these guys know each other pretty well.
Ragsdale, let him go inside. Mismatch here for Rhymes. Neary not giving up any space. Picks up the foul. I mean, that's a football player there, and Neary giving up 2-3 inches, maybe 4. It's saying, this is a brick wall.
One of the storylines for the Explorers is their football season. You got 3 of these guys that have experienced championship level football. They all are winners. They all believe in themselves, and they're going to provide a spark of confidence to the basketball program as well.
And they're going to see some of the guys that they competed against at other Philadelphia Catholic League and other schools on their schedule that they saw during football now playing hoops.
Smart of Coach Brooks to get the ball inside the Rhines.
(14-12). Upper Dublin has the lead. And Washington came down with it. 3-on-1. You got to get an easy one. That's not an easy one. But it's a good look for Parisi. Good hands, though, by Washington. That's his 3rd steal of the night. And now LaSalle needs to space the floor, and they'll reset. O'Brien. Another loose ball, and LaSalle is getting the 50-50 guys early on, Oliver.
Give credit to Nick Neary there. 50-50 balls, though.
O'Brien is fouled, and here's the question. Was he going into a shot, or was he passing that basketball?
Going up. See if he can make his free throws.
And indeed, they say just that, in the act of shooting. LaSalle wants O'Brien to be, Oliver, more of a scorer this year, I think. Coming in more of a spark plug last year. What do you think he can do offensively this season?
Yeah, 100%. If he starts to shoot the ball a little better than he did last year, it's just going to make his game that much better. A guy that every time he was getting the ball, it felt like he was going to the cup. So if he can pull up, not necessarily from 3, but if he can take some mid-range, if he can, from the elbow, if he can just enhance his game there, I think it's going to make him really successful.
Joey's sister is playing over in England, taught him some things over the summer.
Nick Parisi just couldn't get it over the front rim. He is working hard to get every shot here today. And a giveaway. Little sloppy early on.
Another one-hand pass, Bob.
Timeout, I think. No, I guess not. Coach Ansel had his whiteboard ready to go.
Changed his mind.
Changed his mind. Altamare looking to double him. O'Brien, they give it to him. And he turns it around on the Upper Dublin student section. He says, give me all 3 of these.
Talk to him, Joey O.
And Preston Washington just got caught in between there. He doesn't like the call. It's a good call.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like an elbow came out.
Yeah, I mean, Altman was going down in the zone, I think, Oliver, but Washington just kind of lost his footing a little bit.
Yeah, right there.
Tell you what, though, Washington, I think you're looking for an identity out of him this year, Matt. I think it's defensive ball hawk. Guy who's going to get his hands in the passing lane.
And he's had a couple steals tonight already.
Mulroy uses the high ball screen from Rhines.
That's his shot.
50-50 call there. Because you're going to see on this replay that while that defender, Altman, was not in legal guarding position, there goes that elbow right there from Washington. Brooks wanted it to go the other way. You see that on the replay. 16 apiece. Really good one here from LaSalle. An early season matchup between one of the best teams in District 1 and LaSalle, a team looking to climb in those rankings in the Catholic League. Neary couldn't hit from 3.
Both teams are going to be shooting free throws on the next foul.
And the foul goes against, goes against Nick Parisi. You're going to see Nick Parisi get in here and get shoved. It's going to be after this here. Going for the loose ball. Ooh, boy.
Tough call.
Let's slow this down one more time, Matt. I want your reaction to what you see here.
Loose ball. Nick's, a little out of control, unfortunately, from my view.
So
That's
he
a tough
does
call.
pick it up for a second personal against Parisi, beg your pardon. 5th against LaSalle. And Noah Cohen goes 1 of 2. Washington. Parisi, a great look. O'Brien. Boy, West Washington has to be careful there. O'Brien got a hand on it, but Mulroy settles things down.
Smart decision.
Open 3, Altman. Ragsdale will back off as LaSalle gets into the half court.
Again, you're in the penalty here. Drive the ball, try to get to the free throw line.
Open look for Preston Washington. Everything but the finish. It's a really good offense that time from LaSalle. Get a paint touch, kick it out for 3, stepping into one. Rhines, his second triple of the night. Parisi is double teamed. Floater. Altamare, O'Brien, and Neary brings it down amongst the trees. And it'll stay here. What an effort from this LaSalle team on the offensive glass, Oliver.
Yeah, LaSalle not lacking in effort on the offensive side of the ball when it comes to these rebounds. Nick Neary getting up. Just got to get these putbacks. They've had so many of them, so many opportunities. Got to have some of them go down.
Grayson back in the game here for an out-of-bounds play. Again, as a coach, I like to see our guys drive the ball here. Don't settle when you can get to the free throw line.
Neary could not keep the foot down. A travel. Good closeout by Brandon Altman. One more look.
See how long the Cardinals hold the ball here. Less than a minute. Again, any reach-in fouls, 2 free throws. You mentioned Liam Hawley. His father, Kevin's in the stands.
How about that?
Supporting the Explorers. Former Crusader from Father Judge.
Ooh, O'Brien was fortunate not to pick up that personal foul. Rhines traveling with the basketball. That's a killer there with 19 seconds left.
Especially when you had a layup or a dunk.
Riley McLaughlin.
Jump stop, big fella.
And so LaSalle can cut into this lead. They'll call a timeout first. And this timeout here in this portion of today's game is brought to you by Gentili's Pizza and Steaks. You tell me how this one sounds here, Matt. Tony Altamare at Gentili's Pizza and Steaks may not have invented the cheesesteak, but he did perfect it. That one comes from you, Matt Paul. For those of you that want to get an authentic cheesesteak but don't want to drive downtown to get caught in one of those tourist traps, I think you know what I'm talking about, but we don't talk about a competitor here on this program. Head on out to Gentili's in Exton for your next great cheesesteak. They are without question the best around. It's also a terrific dining experience with family, a great atmosphere. You can check out Gentili's Pizza and Steaks in Exton and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you.
Well, I've had the cheesesteak. I've had the pizza. Some of the best you'll ever have. Outstanding. Get the Charlie Pizza, pepperoni with the hot sauce on there. Tony's there 24 hours a day. I think he lives upstairs.
Except for when his son is playing high school basketball.
That's right. He's
and
in the
I'll tell
house
you what,
tonight.
Excelling at that rate. He is having a great career here at LaSalle. Joey O'Brien got a hand on it. 6 seconds left. And Mulroy finishes. 3 seconds down to 2. Parisi at the horn. Good if it goes. And Upper Dublin closes on a run to lead 22-16 at the break. This game also brought to you by Mishak Physical Therapy. Mishak Physical Therapy and Associates has been treating their community with physical therapy and chiropractic care for 20 years. Mishak Physical Therapy has many specialties, including sports injury treatment and concussion treatment. They have 5 clinics conveniently located throughout Berks, Montgomery, and Chester counties. Specifically, they have clinics in Skippack, Limerick, Phoenixville, Gilbertsville, and Boyertown. Mishak Physical Therapy is direct access, meaning no referral is needed for most insurances, and they accept most insurance plans. Appointments available 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., all locations. Saturday appointments are also available. Visit them online at mishakpt.com or call 610-327-2600 for new patient scheduling. It's also brought to you by E&M Insurance, an independent local insurance agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and father of Brendan and Ryan, also LaSalle grads. Located in North Wales, E&M has been servicing the Delaware Valley's insurance needs since 1988. Built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. They can help find solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling at providing the best coverage at the best rates. For those in the LaSalle or Catholic League community with youthful age drivers, give them a call to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Look for them on the web at eandminsurance.com or call them at 215-368-9556. It's halftime here at LaSalle College High School, a good one. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Bob Long Sports.
Show you a better way to spend your state income taxes and get the money to where it's needed to move to the thousands of qualified kids.
What we like about Blocks is they really know where the need is.
This program ensures that their dollars come 100% into these kids for their tuition assistance.
If you are able, Blocks makes the EITC piece go very quickly and very smoothly.
Turn your PA state tax liability into need-based scholarships and receive a 90% tax credit.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
Next Play Basketball is an AAU program in the greater Philadelphia area. They offer camps, clinics, and private training for boys and girls 3rd to 11th graders. They teach the next play mentality to help athletes have success on and off the court. Next Play coaches focus on each player's development through high-level coaching and a competitive environment. If you would like to join the Next Play family, go to nextplaybasketball.com for more information. They are hosting spring tryouts on January 11th. Welcome back, folks. Second half about to get underway here from LaSalle High School. Upper Dublin, an upstart program led by Derek Brooks out of District 1, team that is looking to win that coveted state playoff game that the program still chases and win a district title for the first time in 40 years. They lead by 6. Matt Paul, you have some statistics for us from the half.
Well, the difference in the game so far, Bob, is free throws. My mother, my father were big on making free throws. So 6 for 8 are the Cardinals, and the Explorers have only taken 2. So if you want to win the game, you want to take what's free. Try to get the ball inside. If you're the coaches, try to reinforce. Neither team has had great shot selection, but I favor LaSalle. They just haven't made those easy buckets.
No doubt about it. Oliver, your take?
Yeah, like he mentioned at the end, the easy buckets. LaSalle has been getting every offensive rebound that there has been today. They haven't been able to put it back up. If they can clean that up in the second half, they're going to put a ton of points up. Only 16 to show, but when you look at how many opportunities they've had down low, it should be a closer game.
Let's bring you now inside the booth here. Matt Paul, front and center. There he is, dressed for the occasion, out-dressing me on our own broadcast here. Great to have you on board. You mentioned at the top of the broadcast that you have coached both of these coaches during their playing careers. How do you feel that's translated to what they've been able to do in molding a program?
Well, they've both learned more from other coaches than they did from me as they moved on in their career. But they're both trying to do the same exact thing. They're trying to build culture. They're trying to build winning habits. They're trying to teach these young players that it's an everyday process. Upper Dublin's a little bit ahead in that they had a 15 in a row record. They won 15 in a row last year. They have tasted winning more so than the Explorers have, and it's a little bit of a mindset at this point. Mulroy getting the ball inside. He's got 8 of their 22 points. He began taking the ball inside. Again, it's a simple game, I was taught, and if you get the ball to the great spots, you're going to win.
Upper Dublin with a new look here defensively, and LaSalle was ready to break that defensive pressure. Nick Neary, good feed from Joey O'Brien.
Off of a drive, got into paint. Nick held his composure. Easy layup.
And now LaSalle extending that pressure a little bit. They go man-to-man to start the defensive prowess here in the second half. The drive by Bazemore. Now Mulroy spins out of that and has such great footwork, just couldn't finish.
Credit Nick Neary for the help defense.
O'Brien. How did that get all the way to the corner? O'Brien pulls it down. Undercutting him there was Ryan Mulroy. He doesn't like the call.
Well, that's
the right call. That's the right call. And Joey, just with his athleticism, you can low body him, but once he jumps, you can't keep boxing him out.
This is a little more like it from this LaSalle offense. Moving the ball, getting it to perimeter, getting it down low.
Cohen brings it down. Every rebound physical in this early season contest. Mulroy. O'Brien, boy, fell asleep a little bit, but the athleticism just took over. Ragsdale, you got Rhines for 3. That was halfway down. Oh, I don't think that's the right call. I thought that went off the face, actually, of Justin Ragsdale.
You don't even need to go to the review on that one, Bob. You're right on.
But we will anyway, Matt. Ooh, maybe you know what? Maybe it ticked Neary on the way out, slowing it down.
Give the ref credit. They don't get enough credit, frankly.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's a job I don't want, Matt. That's why I'm doing this instead. I want to stay close to the game, but my eyesight's gone.
I was just thinking, Bob, wasn't the Prep LaSalle game at Upper Dublin just a few weeks ago?
In October. Game number 1 was between St. Joe's Prep and LaSalle.
You think any of the Upper Dublin kids were there?
I bet they were. I mean, it was a sold-out contest, but maybe they took a ride, beg your pardon, down 309, bought some tickets in the LaSalle student office, or maybe they hopped a fence. Who knows? Not that we would ever condone anything like that.
You're listening, right, Oliver?
Oh. By the way, Derek Brooks was very helpful leading into that game. Had some questions about connectivity and whatnot, and they were actually going into a holiday that weekend, as you might remember. And so I was able to get in touch with him. That was helpful. Grayson McHugh. What a finish.
I just love seeing the big dog eat right where he's supposed to.
Strong catch there by Bazemore. One hand. O'Brien, look out below. Hello.
Kept his shoes on. Joey O.
Shoeless Joe.
From White Marsh.
It's foul number 3 on O'Brien, though. Idris Rhines. Strong body position there in the middle of the floor. That's only his second. Man, I thought I had him for a third, so that's a good development, if nothing else, in my head.
Outstanding athletic play by Joey O. He's got to keep his head here. Missed a 3 in the first part of this quarter and then got a dunk.
LaSalle into that zone. Rhines gets to the center of the zone. That's a good way to shoot somebody out of it when you got a guy that can turn and fire.
I think they'll live with that. Grayson's got to step up and get a contest there.
Back and forth we go. Good hands. Here comes Altman. Throws it up wildly. Good on the referees to not reward that.
Great job by Jose Altamari.
Taken off the hands of Grayson McHugh. Ragsdale. Impressed by the newcomer Justin Ragsdale. Shows that length at 6'5". And oh, by the way, that might be today's blocks block of the game. That's right. You'll remember the blocks block.
How could I forget?
Nick Parisi for 3 right when they needed it. It's a 25-apiece game.
Credit Altamari from Neary, the hockey assist. Great ball movement.
Rhines answers right in front of the road student section. That's his student section, by the way. But the Upper Dublin faithful have made themselves heard. Neary.
Cardinals in a matchup zone here.
Parisi, and he's fouled. I think that's going to go against Altman. And gives us a chance to look back, by the way, at that block on the other end, the blocks block of the game, where you can turn your PA tax liability into need-based scholarships to support your local Catholic school and received a 90% tax credit refund for doing so. Visit blocks.com/tax credit. Joey O'Brien, yes. There's an answer, and we go back and forth, Oliver.
Both teams putting up threes all day long, and now we finally got ourselves a little bit of a shootout.
Bingo! Yep. Noah Cohen. Let's have some fun here on an early December evening to christen the high school basketball season. Neary, good look. Parisi, it was halfway down. Grayson McHugh thought he was fouled there. I'm not actually sure that the Upper Dublin player got a hand on the basketball, but they split the difference, and it'll stay here with LaSalle. It's a heck of a play there by Mulroy, but that's the thing, Matt. I don't know if you want to save that on a live ball underneath the opposing offensive basket.
They call it a cardinal sin.
That's pretty good. Parisi. Oh, I don't know that he did, but that's great active hands there by Upper Dublin defensively. Really impressed by what Altman does as an on-ball defender.
And the help defense blasted the ball screen. A lot of times it's hard to decide whether you're going to pick up your dribble or keep your dribble. Nick should have kept his dribble there.
31-28, Cohen.
Feeling it.
Low percentage look. Great pass inside. Mulroy. LaSalle scrambling to the basketball. And now they're back defensively. That's a win for LaSalle.
It's almost like they're stuck on a fence out there, an invisible three-point line fence.
Hayes Altamare gets mixed up against Brandon Altman. Foul goes against Altamare. That's his third, team's third. Third quarter action. And O'Brien comes up with it. Castronovo couldn't handle it.
A fireball right at his face. It was hard to catch. Should have been a bounce pass.
I think the clock was running internally in that inbounder's head there.
It makes a difference.
And Castronovo picks up the personal foul. Team's third here in the third quarter. That's his first.
Again, a more senior player will understand if you can get to the 5 foul mark, get to the free throw line, stop the clock, and set up your press.
O'Brien, what a finish. Really nice patience there from Hayes Altamare as that got to 3.5, 4, 4.5, and got that ball in.
Give Hayes the assist. Last 3 possessions on Hayes' assist.
Noah Cohen brings rain here in Windmore, scraping the ceiling on its way into the hoop. There are some gyms, Matt, where you cannot take that shot with that trajectory.
At the Barrack Hebrew Academy, you can't, where his brother played. Nice player, Danny, played at Barrack Hebrew for Ryan Ansel.
4-point game. This is going to be a good one the rest of the way. Nick Parisi. Grayson McHugh pushed off. It is a loose ball foul, but just the 4th team foul against LaSalle.
Nick got away with the first push off. Grayson.
Yep, that's pretty clear.
Got caught.
Ryan Ansel giving the official the business. Mulroy is blocked. Will Bear. Joey O'Brien, contact. And will shoot 2. What a play. Will Bear says, give me the block of the game.
Bringing the energy. Very efficient minutes on Saturday. Again here, Will Bear providing a spark for the Explorers.
An interesting thing, Oliver and Matt, to to think about, because we do see Max Okabata back into the contest. He scored 25-plus points in the last game. Now listen, Nick Parisi didn't play a ton of minutes in that one, maybe playing a similar role, but you have to think there's a role for him, particularly as the year goes along. Just a sophomore, but I have to believe that this exceptionally talented coaching staff is going to find ways to get him very, very engaged in a scoring perspective this year.
Challenging coming off the bench. Max started the other day, which just gives you a little more freedom, a little more confidence, knowing that you're going to play 3 or 4 minutes to start the game. It's harder coming off the bench to try to make an offensive impact.
Dribble drive. Joey O'Brien snuffs it.
Nicky P got away with another foul there. Maybe only this side of the court saw it, though.
One more look, and Oliver, I think we gave that block way too early.
You know, they were fun to keep track of during football season. They're going to be a little bit more fun to keep track of here. What a block by Joey O'Brien.
Joey O'Brien again. Make no mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the best athlete in the Philadelphia Catholic League basketball circuit this year. Whether he's the most polished, listen, he's going to keep working and he's going to get there over the course of the year, from football shape to basketball shape. But you are watching the best athlete in Philadelphia.
A really nice kid as well. I've been around him a little bit. Outstanding family. Both his parents were college athletes. His father played professional baseball. His mom is tough as nails.
53 seconds left. It's a 2-point lead for Upper Dublin.
I mentioned earlier that his older sister, Taylor, plays currently in England. She is the, I believe, second-time all-time leading scorer in PW history.
Riley McLaughlin put that up. You take a look at Suburban 1, by the way, for this Upper Dublin team. They expect to be a very strong contender. There's some talented teams that you've seen some of these talented teams in the past. Plymouth White Marsh is always tough. Interested to see what we see out of Wissahickon, Abington, among others. They have high expectations, but they want to relieve the pressure, said Derek Brooks. They've scheduled Coatesville, Downingtown West, Cardinal O'Hara, LaSalle. They lost to Lower Merion in their opener. They want to be ready for Suburban 1 play, and Will Bear threw that one away. I think it's also, we talked about 40 years since they won a district title. That district title team, Matt, maybe you know this. I know you're not that old, of course, but that team is still talked about a lot. 29-3, 4A champs at the time. Coach Jeff Huddleston coached that team and still comes to a lot of the games to support this year's group of Upper Dublin Cardinals.
I'm pretty sure their pictures are on the wall at McGurk's, and they go there and tell old stories. And when you win, people remember you. And they got a lot of good things happening here. See what kind of shot they get here.
Tell you what, if I was on the wall at a local establishment, I'd go there as well and raise a glass or two. Mulroy, good look. They get it off in plenty of time. No good, and LaSalle gets the defensive stop that they needed. After 3, it's Upper Dublin 36. LaSalle 32, a good one coming your way in the fourth quarter. Next.
More people are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the outstanding customer service and the extraordinary selection of Infiniti vehicles, like the all-new 2025 QX80. It's unlike any luxury SUV you've ever experienced. With an all-new design and groundbreaking technology, the Infiniti QX80 has set a new standard in its class. Come experience the QX80 and the entire Infiniti lineup at Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove, to be sure.
First-time homebuyer, seasoned investor, looking to sell a property from the Poconos to the Greater Lehigh Valley, Philadelphia and surrounding areas, all the way to the Jersey Shore. I'm your guy. Speaking of the shore, if you're not down here right now in Ocean City watching this game live, you need to give me a call, because you should be down here experiencing the beautiful Jersey Shore with us in your own beach house.
Eight minutes to play here from LaSalle High School as we get underway with another high school basketball season. Bob Long, Oliver Gomez, my broadcast partner here today, also doing camera, pulling double duty, and Matt Paul. Thrilled to have him up in the booth with us.
Thrilled to see 9 for 11 free throw shooting by the Cardinals. 9 for 11.
Rhines. Bear has to fight through that screen. Good move by Idris Rhines, and he's hammered.
2 more coming.
A mismatch inside with Grayson McHugh on the bench. And Idris Rhines showing off a little bit. Look at that spin move.
It's a tough assignment, giving up some size to Rhines. Just got to go up straight hands, try to make him take a bad shot.
10 for 12 from the stripe.
You see how well he likes to shoot the ball from 3. Those guys tend to be good free throw shooters.
A 5A team in Upper Dublin, a team that was a high seed in the districts last year and represented District 1 in the state tournament. They did not get the win, though, against Exeter Township. It was a game that we broadcast. It is available to watch on the Bob Long Sports YouTube channel, by the way. I think mostly the Exeter fans might be interested in that. But it was a physical contest, Matt, and I thought 2 teams very deserving of being in the state playoff tournament.
Exeter came to play. I was really impressed with their guard play, really tough. Also impressed with Coach Brooks' out-of-bounds play to get his post player a layup turned into free throws.
It's a 6-point game. Parisi, tough shot. Nice finish.
I like that shot, even though he's fading away. He's in the paint. He's balanced. I say it's a good shot for him.
Cohen gave it up. Fortunate for Mulroy to come up with it. Good job by Altamare to stay down on those feet, create the steal. Altamare! And I think they're going to wave that off. That was going down. I think that was going down without the assist from O'Brien.
Yeah, over anxious there. Altamare, fantastic job getting to the cup, takes it up the whole floor.
I think Joe was afraid that he was going to fall, so he was trying to catch himself.
Yep. That's a big bucket wiped off the board, though, with 6:46 to play. Rhines gets himself up off the mat. Strong rebound.
Okabata, big rebound. 2-hand squeezer. Credit to Hayes for getting the steal in the last play.
Dangerous pass, not a good one from Okabata. Excellent job. Riley McLaughlin shields the body, creates the steal. Mulroy. Rhines, beautiful basketball. Ragsdale finishes. Timeout, LaSalle. Largest lead in a long time for Upper Dublin. They lead by 8. This portion of today's game brought to you by the Great American Pub. Great American Pub is a great spot to enjoy yourself with family and friends before, during, or after the big game. With 3 locations, Conshohocken, Wayne, and Phoenixville, there is always a Great American Pub near you. On a nice day, check out the rooftop bar in Conshohocken or take your significant other or family to a nice dinner. Thanks to Chuck Hemsher, proud LaSalle dad and supporter of Bob Long Sports and LaSalle Athletics, as well as Charlie, his son, who played football and basketball and is now involved with the business. That's a Great American Pub. We appreciate their support. Mishak Physical Therapy, treating their community with physical therapy and chiropractic care for 20 years. Mishak Physical Therapy has many specialties, including sports injury treatment and concussion treatment. They have 5 clinics conveniently located throughout Berks, Montgomery, and Chester counties. Specifically, they have clinics in Skippack, Limerick, Phoenixville, Gilbertsville, and Boyertown. Mishawk Physical Therapy is direct access, meaning no referral is needed for most insurances, and they accept most insurance plans. Appointments available 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday appointments also available. Visit them online at mishawkpt.com or call 610-327-2600 for new patient scheduling.
You mentioned Great American Pub, a Hall of Famer from LaSalle College High School. Tom Gizzi was once a bartender at the Great American Pub in Conshohocken.
There you have it. Altamari lost the basketball. Rhines has it. And Upper Dublin can play at their pace at this point, Oliver.
Yeah, that's 3 straight turnovers from the Explorers. 1 out of the timeout. Not what you're looking for.
No reason to launch this basketball unless it's a really good look. And I'd say that counts. Cohen couldn't hit it. LaSalle can't get a rebound. Rhines for 3.
One of the highest three-point shots you could take is a kick out after an offensive rebound. A dagger for the Cardinals.
McHugh. Not that time. Joey O'Brien, what a play. McHugh, no. And he was fouled and hit the ground hard. I think it's going to go against Riley McLaughlin. That's a good call by that official because I think verticality was achieved there by that defender, but it was Riley McLaughlin getting the hand in there.
Grayson will get better at keeping the ball high. Brought the ball down. A lot of times referees will let the smaller guards get away with it. Not that time.
He got it. First action of the game for Jack McCabe, junior guard.
Very efficient minutes on Saturday. Only played in the second half.
Good handles there by Ryan Mulroy. Picked up this dribble, and Nick Parisi called for the personal foul.
He's got to stay solid there. Mulroy was a bit hurried. Picked up his dribble. Got him right where you want him.
Yep, and a good call by the official. Very clear on that replay. That's only Nick Parisi's second personal foul. It's not a killer at this stage of the contest. What a job by Neary. Parisi, contact without a call. It's a nice finish.
Hustle play by Nick Neary. Jolin with number 30, Rhines. Keep an eye on him.
Timeout, Derek Brooks. And a bucket like that with a long ways to go, just less than 5 minutes, can really start to turn these things around.
It's cold outside, but it's heating up in here, Bob. I love the rivalry. Just across town, just up 309. You got 2 student sections that are getting into it. Some of the players got to keep their head. And this is a big situation for the Explorers. Close game, at home. Got to get good shots coming out of this timeout.
I think you said something about heating up, right? Well, I'll tell you what, the oven is heating up at Gentili's Pizza and Steaks. Tony Atamare, he may not have invented the cheesesteak, but he perfected it. For those of you that want an authentic cheesesteak and don't want to get caught downtown at the tourist trap, head on out to Exton, Gentili's, for your next great cheesesteak. They're without question the best around. Check out Gentili's Pizza and Steaks in Exton and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you.
Get the cheesesteak, fried onions, Cooper Sharp, and a slice of the chali. Tony's a Roman Catholic guy. A lot of PCL folks in the stands. Matt Henricks in the stands. Ooh, that's backcourt.
It was a backcourt, but honestly, maybe a good thing for Upper Dublin because that was going to be a live ball turnover with Joey O'Brien having a head of steam. One more look. You know, interestingly enough, that's close. May have been able to throw it back into the front court in time. LaSalle, they need a bucket. Grayson McHugh, it's taken off his hands. And he threw it away. Nick Neary is getting in the grill of Idris Rhines. First at half court, this time under the offensive basket of LaSalle.
So you want to play with emotion, but not emotionally. Idris is a bit unnerved by Nick Neary.
What can you get? Pretty good luck. Grayson McHugh. Oh boy, it's heading the other way. Riley McLaughlin stands in. It's a 50-50 call. You can be the judge at home.
It's a bit of an angle play there. I don't love the call. The big fella taking a step to the basket. They've gotten rid of a lot of those calls underneath the basket with that semicircle.
Which, of course, Matt, they do not have here at the high school level. And it becomes the referee's discretion. There's nothing in the rule book that says this far underneath the basket, you don't need it. Joey O'Brien, good finish. I like that he didn't go up to slam that basketball.
So does Coach Ansel.
Mulroy, 5-point game. McLaughlin, wild inside, it won't go. They got numbers. Parisi, what hands by McLaughlin, and you can't turn the ball over there if you're LaSalle. Huge, huge, huge mistake in transition.
This is where LaSalle's being tested here. Some inexperience, some younger players on the court. Joey O, Jack McCabe, Nick Neary, all guys that haven't seen a lot of varsity minutes.
I'll tell you what, it's not just LaSalle. Upper Dublin is learning a lot about themselves here. They've been sloppy with the basketball, and Derek Brooks will have a lot to talk about during film study. They want to talk about it after a win, though. And Parisi is fouled. Just the second team foul against Upper Dublin here in the fourth quarter.
Again, settling for three-pointers, up 5 with 3:27. I say settling, but possession like that, I'd like to see my guys get into the paint. Again, for the girls that I coach at Mount St. Joseph Academy, who are hopefully listening, try to get to the free throw line and get layups, girls.
The starters are on the floor for LaSalle. Altamare, Parisi, Neary with the basketball, McHugh, and Joey O'Brien. Good hands. Kobe Bazemore, lightning quick left-handed player, does a nice job.
See if they go to a ball screen.
Parisi steps into one. Yes! Well, no one will confuse that with the greatest offensive possession that Wooden has ever done, but Parisi, give me the ball, and I can put it in.
Sometimes you just want to get the ball to your scores and say, go get a bucket.
And Nick Parisi able to force the turnover. Ragsdale steps on the sideline. Wow. And that's exactly what you want, Oliver, out of your star.
How huge are those 2 points? McHugh has called back now.
Well, it's true.
That keeps the momentum on the LaSalle side. That keeps this from being a tie game, makes this possession look different. Need a timeout.
Well, you got a long, long ways to go, though. 3 minutes left in this one. We'll tell you about our friends at the Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home, an enthusiastic supporter of LaSalle athletics. Andrew Buddha Rakowski sends his best to Coach Ryan Ansel, the student athletes, and the LaSalle basketball program as a whole. Riley Rakowski and Malloy Funeral Home, a proud sponsor of our coverage. Also, you know our good buddy Chris Marr from E&M Insurance. E&M Insurance, an independent local insurance agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and father of Brendan and Ryan from the classes of 2018 and 2020. E&M can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels. For those in the LaSalle or Catholic League community with useful age drivers, call them to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Look for them online at eandminsurance.com or call them at 215-368-9556.
Here's another little known fact there, Bob, as we're heating up. Liam Hawley's father and Mulroy's father were college roommates.
How about that? I tell you, bloodlines run deep. It's a very small world.
Especially in Philadelphia basketball.
Now it comes down to who can get a clean shot every possession. No turnovers, very, very important. And Upper Dublin gets the turnover. Mulroy, easy look for Ragsdale. Mulroy fired up. It's a 4-point game.
That's a big turnaround after the timeout turnover. That's a foul.
And Rhines picks it up. 3rd team foul. Those are 2 big boys duking it out in there.
I don't know how many guys that Rhines is going to see at 260.
Pushing his weight around, though, Rhines is.
Yes, he is.
Doing
Low man
a terrific
wins.
job. Parisi, deeper still. Offensive rebound and just not a good pass.
Just off balance. They're pressing a little bit.
Turnovers on each of the last 2 possessions for LaSalle. Thought that was a travel. Ragsdale lost it. Parisi thought about the 3, and he stepped on the sideline. That's the 3rd turnover in as many possessions. LaSalle's had every opportunity down the stretch, but Upper Dublin's defense forcing LaSalle Oliver into some mistakes. Credit to the Cardinals.
Of course, right when you mentioned you can't afford turnovers, right? But both teams playing aggressive, taking advantage of those mistakes.
Mulroy, strong catch. McLaughlin, Cohen for 3, trying to end it right here. And a foul is going to go against LaSalle. Jack McCabe. Ryan Anselo's on the other side of midcourt. And he's asking to get teed up. He did. He didn't leave the official much choice there, Matt. Getting that far out on the floor. I understand his frustration. I do.
I've been there, and I feel for him. Tough spot to get a tech. Now you're going 2 free throws for the tech, 2 free throws for the 5 fouls and the ball.
And a team that was, what, at last check, 10 of 12 from the line.
Gentleman next to me knows the rules well.
I don't know if you folks could hear that at home. Maybe not, but this crowd is...
It's not over.
This crowd's getting into it. These are programs that, you know, I'm not saying they don't like each other. They do, but...
They know each other.
They know each other very well. What's that line? What breeds contempt, Matt? What's that phrase?
Familiarity.
There it is.
I know it well. Got one more, big guy. It was a 4-point game.
And Rhines makes it hurt. 4 for 4. Malloy. It's a 6-point possession for Upper Dublin to take a 10-point lead.
We don't see those very often.
Parisi. Count it and 1. And if there is any way back into the game, it's that, but Nick Parisi without contact after the bucket came up limping.
He was injured on the play before. I think he was just trying to tough it out.
A little turn of that ankle, you think and you hope.
The rule is 15 seconds, Bob. You get 15 seconds for an injured player.
And apparently those 15 seconds have come.
As a coach, you get to pick your own shooter here.
Preston Washington. Now, interestingly enough, he cannot go to the scorer's table now and replace a shooter, correct?
Correct, because the dead ball.
Yep.
Second has to click off the clock.
Preston Washington.
Cool.
Which may not be an issue because LaSalle's looking to foul, potentially if they don't get a steal anyway. Upper Dublin. Tough spot to catch the ball for Cohen. Went down a little bit easy, did McCabe. And now Upper Dublin with the numbers. What a heady play by Mulroy. LaSalle's got to get in there and think about fouling. McCabe fouls him with 51 seconds left. And now Parisi comes to the scorer's table because we're no longer doing 1-and-1 anymore, Matt. So now he'll come in after the first free throw. Whereas in years past, with a 1-and-1, and we would likely be in this position, he'd come in right away.
Walk right in front of the shooter, maybe ask about his family. That's a calm, cool, collected senior right there. Number 11, McLaughlin. Give him credit.
7 for their last 7 since the technical foul. All right. Well, 5 for 5, beg your pardon. But they got the easy bucket after that as well. Another turnover. It's going to be a held ball. It's an emotional contest. Mulroy's got every reason to feel good about himself with the way he's played.
Again, these guys know each other. They've known each other since they were kids. And neither one wants to give up an inch. Good effort by Nick to get a jump ball there.
Yep, held ball keeps it here. Washington in there as the ball handler. Dangerous pass. Parisi, really tough shot. What a shot. Upper Dublin will take that all day long. That's incredible defense, and Parisi keeps them in the game for now.
Big shot, Nick.
Timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout with 36 seconds left. Take a look around how these teams got to this point. Just one game apiece. A really good Lower Merion team led by Greg Downer, who was the #1 seed out of District 1 last year at the 6A level. They lost in a state quarterfinal to Archbishop Wood. It was a terrific contest. May have even been a second round matchup, actually. And then Archbishop Wood went on to play another District 1 team in Methacton. Upper Dublin lost that game to Lower Merion. LaSalle lost to a terrific Abington Heights. Friends. It's not to Abington.
Friends school.
It's also Abington High School, by the way. Abington
The
Friends
Kangaroos
School. That's
from
right.
Abington
Terrific
Friends.
name.
The best around, I think.
Terrific name. And so now a chance to get up off the mat. Certainly neither team is going to schedule easily with what both of these teams know they have coming. With Upper Dublin, expectations to win the district this year, and with LaSalle, the gauntlet that is Philadelphia Catholic League play. They were 3-10 last year, but Oliver, you know as well as anybody, they had a chance to win a lot more of those games. How do they get over the hump and start to win those close games?
Yeah, they're going to have to win some close games. There's so many fun games we watched last year. A bunch of them didn't go LaSalle's way, like that one buzzer beater against Carroll. But
Ian Williams, what a shot that was. But it's year 2 for Ryan Ansel. And I think he's got a good crop of young players. You know, you'll remember when Ryan came in and took this job, there was a bit of an exodus from the program that year. A lot of sophomores left the program to go elsewhere with a bit of a coaching situation that was still in flux. It was before Ryan took the job that a lot of those folks did transfer. And so Ryan has had to build really through grassroots, through 7th and 8th graders, that to sell the vision of LaSalle. And I think with some of the young men that are either in 8th grade coming next year or have matriculated in, or a Max Okabata, that's a sophomore, has bought into the vision. Joey O'Brien and Grayson McHugh going to be part of the story this year and hopefully next. That's what it's going to look like for this LaSalle team as they look to compete in the Philadelphia Catholic League. And another timeout is called by Derek Brooks. He has managed this clock. Although I don't think that Upper Dublin was calling a timeout.
Well, advantage LaSalle here because it's a sideline out of bounds. Tough to get the ball in bounds. We all make mistakes. Inadvertent whistle gives the ball back to the Cardinals. Ball's going to go to Mulroy here.
And Parisi takes the foul. 21 seconds left.
Foul number 4, Parisi, that is his third.
Stay with us after the contest, folks, as I'll head down to the floor and interview, if it's a winning, Derek Brooks, the head coach of Upper Dublin. And what do you think? What comes to mind, Oliver?
That's a good question.
Is it Ryan Mulroy? Is it Idris Rhines?
Rhines has had a good game, I think.
Maybe see if we can grab both of those guys. They will be linchpins of this Upper Dublin team as they look to make a run through District 1 play. Get their thoughts on that and more. LaSalle, though, trying to cut back as quickly and as much as they can. Tough shot for Parisi. Rhines brings it down. And Hayes Altamara gives one more foul with 10 seconds left.
I think either one of those guys wants to be on Bob Long Sports. They want to talk to the great Bob Long. I was thinking earlier today, you're kind of like Roy Kent. You know, you do baseball, you do football, and now you're back at Obie O'Brien Gym. You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. You're Roy Kent.
Every flippin' where.
Every flippin' where.
By the way, if you haven't, if you're watching alongside right now and you think, oh, I might be subscribed, it must be. Bob Long always comes up on my feed. You might not be. So go ahead and check. Make sure if you're not subscribed, just hit that button. Doesn't do anything, doesn't sign you up for anything. Helps us, that's for darn sure. And it gives you notice as to when we're going live next. And we got a lot of content coming your way this year. Parisi, the follow by Neary, and that'll do it. Upper Dublin doesn't have to throw the basketball in. And they win 57-50 over LaSalle. Matt, thanks for being on the broadcast, partner. We'll hop down there and do some interviews.